I remember when this truck was introduced last year, we didn't see King Ranch until like August, September timeframe. And here we are in January and the 2024s have made their way into King Ranch. But as you would expect, this truck is already sold. Special shout out to Larry H. Miller, Super Ford here in Salt Lake City. If you would like to purchase a truck or order one, be sure to ask for Diego. Let them know you saw the video. Let's go and check out the window sticker and then we'll make our way around this beautiful spec. So this is going to be a standard bed with 4-wheel drive, which comes standard on these higher trim levels. And the colors are right there. And then here's the short listing of the standard equipment. Down below are the options. And you guys can see they do have the darkened bronze for the accent for the lower part, which I'll show you guys. High output power stroke, which is an option. It does come standard with the 7.3. And then this one does have that optional twin panel sunroof, which I'll show you guys. Destination comes in at $1995 with a total price of $92,960. No matter what side of the fence you're on, whether you think these trucks are way too overpriced or priced just right, I am going to be comparing this with a high country. You don't want to miss it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Now, why would you buy this King Ranch? If you want a Cowboy truck, this is the way to go. Now with this Cowboy truck, they do give you the two-tone paint. You guys can kind of see the wheels there. Have a little bit of a, I guess, country boy design. Chrome front grille. And this one has all the nice luxury features like LED headlights, fog lights, turn signals, accent lights. All of it's LED. That's a nice thing to have. Front parking sensors come standard. This one also has recovery hooks, forward facing camera, so it's going to have the 360 camera view, and you just have that color match that you saw on the wheels on that grille too. Now I'm going to call forward out a little bit. That color here does not match the darkened bronze, and I want to say it doesn't match the wheels. So for the 2023 model year, they were using a different color for the two-tone. So the darkened bronze is new for 2024, and I like it because it's a lot darker compared to the 2023. I can't remember the name of it. Is it like mountain gray? I can't remember the color. But yeah, it was a different color. It was a little bit lighter, and this is just a little bit nicer. So you get a different style wheel compared to like the Lariat, Platinum trim levels. And this is a Bridgestone tire, LT 275 65/20. So 20-inch wheel. And then here are the capacities for the tires. 3,750 pounds at 80 psi, solid front axle. And they do give you a fabric material inside the wheel wells. If you were to get a Lariat, it'd be like plastic. And on the side here, you guys can see that King Ranch badge. You have a little bit more chrome. And they do color match this with the main paint scheme on this truck. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but down below, there is more of that darkened bronze just below the belt there. This one does have the power deployable running board, smart key system. You have the keypad right there. And you can get these trucks with the mud flaps. I think I like trucks without mud flaps. Every time I see them with them, they look fine, but I think they look a lot cleaner without them. What do you guys think in the comment section? But a little bit of chrome on those running boards, which some people will like. And then here's where we're gonna fill up at. As you guys saw, this had the diesel, so 34-gallon fuel tank, 7.4 for the DEF. You have 4 leafs in the main pack with the rear suspension and 1 overload leaf spring. And then here's just a better look at those wheels too, and that center cap. Now, out back, you guys saw that you have the steps on the rear bumper and on the side there. These tail lights are the exact same ones you can get on the Lariat. I was a little bummed by that because the Platinum Up gets the full LED, and I thought they would have done the same for the King Ranch, but they did not. But you have parking sensors down below, Class 5 receiving hitch. If you don't know, they did restyle the hooks there, I guess you call, for your chains. And they still use incandescent bulbs for your license plate. I prefer them to use LED. But when you get the higher trim levels, they do give you this little trim piece for the tailgate, and it's a little flashy, and I guess 4 guys like that. But 7-pin down below, 4-pin right here, and I like the fact that you do get a power tailgate camera and a light for your conventional hitch. but this is powered, and they do still give you the step 2 that comes out. And they have the handle right there. And they have the sonar for the top of the tailgate, so when it's down, you don't damage it. Also, backup cameras right there. Now this truck does not have the 5th wheel prep package or spray and bed liner, but you can turn on the LED lights, right? And it comes standard with 2,000 watts of power. That's why I think this truck is priced nicely, because it does have a lot of nice features. And as I said, power tailgate. Ford wants their customers to be lazy, I guess, right? Now let's go ahead and talk about this high output power stroke. So if you're looking at a King Ranch, you can get the 7.3 standard, you can get the high output, which is this one, or the standard output power stroke. Now this being the Mac Daddy, you're going to have 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque, 10-speed transmission known as the 10R140. I think that if you want a race truck, this is how you get it in the heavy-duty, super-duty segment. Make no mistake, this is why you buy a King Ranch. This interior is absolutely amazing. This one has the B&O sound system right there, power mirrors, so they have power folding, you have power tow mode, and just check out just the accents here. Really nice, all soft touch leather. And then when you move over to the seats, like these seats in my opinion are really nice. Now, I know a lot of people don't like this color interior, but it's something that you have to check out. If you have a chance to see one in your area, you should go check it out because it's really nice. This one does have the tilt headrest, and here's that logo for the King Ranch 2. Perforated leather seats. It looks like this one has the contour seat, so we'll check that here in a second. But it says King Ranch right there on that kick plate. Power steering column right there. And yeah, I just think that this truck goes to new heights. I love the fact too that they give you this mocha color for the roof. Like normally manufacturers will just give you black because they're not selling enough King Ranches to give you all this trim in this dark brown color, which is why I think they should add this as an option to the Limited 100%. But stepping in is made easy with these power deployable running boards. Love the floor mats too. You have that logo there, and even on the side here, check out just the attention to detail with the trim pieces. You don't see this trim piece on any other truck, so this is a special build. And getting inside, you can see just how big the steering wheel is. You have push button start right there. And then check this out. I've always said this, Ford has the biggest steering wheels in the business too. Now, these screens pretty much come standard on Lariat up, so you have 12-inch screens. Love the layout of the truck. And I do like the fact too that they give you this cover right here too. It's really nice. You have more of that King Ranch logo there. And you do have 4 cup holders right here, the slides to give you spaces for bigger cups. And even your center console, wrapped and stitched in leather. Man. And these seats are very, very comfortable. So we got to go ahead and get down to it. I got to see if the truck has... Oh, it does. So in 2023, they did remove the massager, so now you have the massage function for 2024. I guess you should have waited for the 2024 model year, guys. And I don't know why the manufacturers play those games. Like, they definitely are playing games with their customers. They get everyone excited about the redesign, and then for the second year they'll add all the nice features to make people trade out of the truck that they have to get the new ones. Genius. So here's a quick peek at that dash up front, and let's go ahead and slide back the shade here. So this is why I think Ford is just #1. They give you the largest sunroof in the business. And when Ram decides to give you one, their truck's gonna be $150,000. So they'll be way out of reach for even me. Now, you guys can see, I've mentioned this in the past, the mountains out here are beautiful. That's why I would always want the larger sunroof personally. But you guys can see you have the auxiliary switches. All this stuff comes standard on King Ranch right there. You have a spot here for your sunglasses. This truck does have the home link on the visor and LED lights, most likely for both sides. Yep. And I don't normally point this out, but you can probably slip something under here, like a paper, and that'll hold it for you. And let's go ahead and jump back up front. There's a lot of information that you can see in this screen. They have what's called My View, and you can pretty much set this up to see all the information that you would like to see. They have what's called a calm screen. They have a trip one, fuel economy, tire pressure, and they have some of the gauges inside of here. You can configure the screen. Now I'm going to take you guys to the gauges that you have. So this is my favorite thing about the Ford trucks. I've shown this many times. Also, they give you these measurements for your turbo, engine brake, exhaust filter, and DEF level. And then some of your auxiliary gauges right there. You've seen some of those. This truck does have heads-up display. And this screen here, it's not my favorite, but I feel as though Ford has done a pretty good job with, you know, making this a lot more user-friendly than what I've found in the past. As you see down below, you have some audio controls right there, dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. This truck does have 5 unique drive modes too. 4 low, 4 high. The only thing that's missing is a locker out back. That's one thing I would always recommend you get. And I don't know if I showed you guys, but wireless charger, some USBs inside of there. Same thing goes in this area too. You have 2 Type-C USBs down below. This slides, and they do illuminate this area too. Here's the passenger side door, and there is a little bit of storage on the side of the seat right there. And look at the nice accents that they give you. Really nice attention to detail. You have some of your power plugs, 12 volt, 120 volt plug right there. And even though I didn't mention it, both of these seats up front are going to be massaging. So your wife will be happy if you buy a Ford truck. And they do the top part of the back and the bottom too, by the way. And here's the rear one last time. Seat back pockets. Heated outboard seats. You have Type-C USBs. More power plugs down below. And under the seat you do have collapsible storage, so if you don't need the storage up, if you have a big dog, you can put this down and then the dog can have a lot of space back here. But you have to pull this to put the seat back down. And I don't normally show this, but I figure I'll just show it to you real quickly. They do hide your jack back here and sliding rear glass. And let's go ahead and check out the payload on this F250. Now, most 3/4 ton don't have enough payload, but Ford is the exception to that rule. So the front gross axle weight rating is going to be 5,200 pounds. The rear is 6,340 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 11,100 pounds. Now these wheels are 20 by 8 inches wide. So all in, this truck's going to have a payload of 3,148 pounds. You guys can see the tire pressure, 60 and 65 PSI. I think that you can tow, you know, a decent size fifth wheel with this truck. I would say no bigger than 12,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. That's as big as I would go. And that's a pretty big fifth wheel. I mean, you can get a 40-foot fifth wheel with that, you know, big of a gross vehicle weight rating. But it used to be said that 3/4 tons never had payload, but this being a high trim level and all the features that you guys just saw, this truck has really good payload. I could have towed my 40-foot Keystone Cougar, which was a 368 MBI, 40-foot with this truck. Now I probably only have like maybe 300 pounds of capacity left, but that would be more than enough for me because I normally don't, you know, travel heavy. So I hope you guys liked the video. Special shout out again to Larry H. Miller, Super Ford. If you would like to purchase from them, be sure to check out their inventory. Let them know you saw the video. See you guys soon.